Next up, we go to Glenwood Springs, one of the demons, Blake Nieslanik, who's a running back and defensive back for that outstanding team, and we're all reacting right now to what you just accomplished. You knew when your schedule was put together for this spring pandemic 2021 season, you had, well, really the key opponents were going to be Basalt and Rifle. You just
Yes.
played on the Longhorns turf, and after getting that last-second victory, what kind of statement do you think your demons just made?
I think we proved that we deserve to be one of the best teams in 3A right now. I mean, we've been working really hard since we didn't play in the fall. It gave us a long time to really prepare and be in the weight room and get stronger and kind of grow as a team. And I think we really showed how that worked out on Friday night.
How do you think that game fit in terms of your identity and your football program? Because, it definitely had a certain feel to it all 4 quarters long, right?
Yeah, we knew going into the game it was going to be a really physical game. I mean, it was 2 strong teams. And our defense played outstanding. I think we only held them to like 140 yards in the game. And I don't know, it was just really exciting to see us come out and perform like that.
Now, part of why that's happening is your run game's outstanding. Head coach Pat Engel, he likes to run the football, but you got to have the horses, right? And you certainly seem to have those here in 2021. What's working for your run game?
Obviously, the offensive line, they've been putting in the work. So, I mean, you got to have the blockers for us to run the ball. So, I mean, they've been doing a real good job. And then I think we just have the backs that are good enough to find the holes and find the space and do what they need to do, make the right reads. It's good.
Yeah, it's fair enough that you mentioned the offensive line because, hey, you guys are, real strong as ball carriers, but I see a whole lot of gaps you're walking right through. So they are performing quite well, that offensive line for the Demons. How about you and Garrett Dallahan? It seems to be a special connection, not only as football players, but also, as just regular guys in Garfield County. Can you describe what that is between you and Dallahan?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much best friends. I mean, hang out on the weekends and then play football together. So it's great. I mean, we'll go fishing, hunting, whatever. I mean, we all just like to hang out with each other. It's great.
That connection where you have your time away from campus, why does that help you in terms of what you're trying to get done on the football field?
It just helps us trust each other. We know that when we get the ball, I mean, not many mistakes are going to be made, and you don't have to worry about where the ball is going to be or who's getting the ball. You know that anyone that touches the ball it's going to be good.
Your roots are on the ranch, which is kind of cool and it's interesting. It makes you multi-layered as a student athlete. How would you describe what life is like?
It's obviously it's a different life than most kids live, and I appreciate that a lot. I value that a lot. It kind of just taught me, you can't stop until the job's done. Like, you got to get it done or else it's not going to be good. So in terms of football, it's like you can't quit until the fourth quarter is over. You got to win the game eventually.
What is a regular day like for Blake Nieslanik? Say on a Monday, what do you have to do?
Unlike when school's in session and stuff, I don't have to do much. I usually work during the summer.
Okay.
But like in the morning, like the football team usually lifts in the morning. So I'll lift between like 6:30 and 8, and then I'll go back home and then I'll work from like 8:30 to sometimes 5, sometimes 3, depends on the day.
Do you have a specialty on the ranch when you're helping out your family? I mean, do you break horses? Are you the guy?
Free-range cattle. So we have to fix a lot of fence up in the high country. So that's mainly what I do during the summer. So I spend about 5 to 8 hours a day up there. And then once all the fence is fixed, we cut hay, we stack hay, we bale hay. So I'm in a tractor and I'm following my uncle and my dad around picking up hay bales.
He's a rancher. He's a stud football player. You're also a basketball player, right? How many years did you play in varsity?
My sophomore year. I got a little bit of playing time my freshman year.
Okay.
And then my sophomore and junior year this year.
And you're also a baseball player, but you're trying to navigate how you can get in some track and field as well, right?
Yes, sir. I played baseball my whole life, and then I kind of decided that track was going to be more beneficial for me for football. So I tried that out last year, but it kind of got shut down due to COVID, so I haven't really gave that a true go yet.
Why do you think track fits what you want to try to do as a football player?
I think it'll just help me make me faster, make me stronger, just benefit me on the football field more than baseball would.
Mm-hmm. Certainly on film, it's noticeable. You got a little bit of quicks there, Blake. Have you ever been electronically timed? How fast are you?
I have not ran an official 40-yard dash or anything, so I'm not too sure.
Okay, well, it's fast. That is fair to say, and also tough. It's kind of interesting. We talk about you as a running back, and that's justified, right? You got the numbers; those pop. But when I have my conversation with your head coach Pat Engel, he keeps talking about one clip in the Basalt game.
Coach Engel, he loves just like true football plays, and that was one of those plays where it was just a hard hit, just an all-around good play, and it was just a real emotional game last Friday. So it was kind of a hit where you just kind of let all your emotions out, and it kind of showed.
Yeah, it showed maybe you got a little ruthless part to you. That poor kid has to go watch film with his team.
Yeah.
And you did that. Funny. Hey, it's interesting. We're talking, football right now here in the spring. How is playing spring football? How has it affected you?
I thought it was going to be a lot different than what it was. But, like, in terms of, like, weather-wise, like, the temperatures are kind of the same, it seems like. So it's not too different, like, when you're on the field. But when you, like, sit back and think about it, it's pretty strange we're playing in March, April, and May instead of August through November like we usually do.
Do you and the guys notice that you have a little bit more attention paid to you?
Yeah, it seems like like in the local papers and stuff, there's always, like, a football section, it seems like, versus, there's sometimes was in the fall. And then in the state and stuff, like for 3A, there used to be a lot more teams versus now it's just us and a handful of other teams. So, I mean, it's good to see Glenwood towards the top.
In what ways do you like that extra spotlight?
Just like the recognition for Glenwood Springs. Like, I think we're a little small mountain town, so it's good to see a town like that on the Western Slope be at the top of the Max Preps leagues and stuff. Looks good.
And look, we're doing this, right? And you've earned it. And your team has too, collectively. So what do you think you can accomplish this year as a Glenwood Springs Demons football squad?
No, obviously the goal would be to win a state championship. I mean, that's the goal for every team. But for some years, it feels more realistic than others. And this is one of those years where it feels like, something special could really happen. And I think, we kind of deserve it. We've been working really hard. We haven't played a football game since 2019. So we've had quite a long time to prepare for this. And it'd be good to see that happen. We got the whole package this year, and it feels really good.
You're proud to call Colorado home. So are we. Since 1973, we've been giving back to the communities where we live, work, and play across our great state. And we're here to stay. If you're looking for an independent, locally managed community bank where the employees are also the owners, we would like to be your bank. We're Alpine Bank.